Yo, what's up, Leo? Welcome to your monthly forecast for the month of October 2018. Leo, I want to start off by pointing out something for you single Leos. It looks like you have a couple different options if you're, looking to connect with somebody. It looks like you've got an earth sign for some of you, and for others of you, an air sign. So, who are the earth signs? The earth signs are Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And the air signs are Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. So if you're a single Leo and you're looking to connect with someone, try to think for a second, is there any important Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn? Or for others of you, maybe this is a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. For some of you who you can connect with, they may be a good option for you. If you're not familiar with tarot, then it's not about the gender of the card, it's about the suit. So you got a Knight of Pentacles, which is an earth sign. It's a King of Swords, who's an air sign, but king, knight, whatever. It could be a man or a woman, but it might be an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. It might be an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So keep your eyes open in the month of October if you're single for either of those suits. Any of the aforementioned. Now, your central energy this month, you've got the Six of Swords in the reverse, and you also have the Chariot card in the reverse. And, these are, I'd say, especially with the Six of Swords in the reverse, I really feel like this applies to those Leos who they were involved with somebody in the past and it just didn't work out. I'm talking about your love life specifically for some of you, and some of you just can't move on. I don't know why. I mean, you seem like you have, you're a quality person, you have options, but for some of you, you just keep holding on to somebody and it didn't work out, but you got to let go, Leo. And, your challenge card for the month of October 2018 is the Nine of Swords. So, especially with that card coming up in the challenge, it's like, look, the person on the card is anxious. So it's like, some of you might have some anxiety because, of a previous love situation that didn't work out, or, maybe for others of you, if it doesn't have to do with your love life, some of you are just having difficulty. There's some kind of like transition that you need to go through with yourself. Like you're trying to cling on to an outdated situation. But really what you need to do is just understand that you might be at a point where you just got to go to the next stage of your life. Now, more specifically, and this is very specifically, some of you are, you're very bold people, and, few of you might enjoy to travel, and there may be some complication with travel in the month of October 2018, because, it's interesting, this, you could see they're traveling here on the card, and the Chariot's about travel. So, some of you maybe would like to travel, but you just don't have the opportunity to do so, or, maybe you don't have the resources to do so. And that's really specific. Obviously, not all Leos are looking to travel sometime in the month of October 2018, but, if you are, you could experience a delay of some sort with these cards upside down. Or, like I said, maybe it's just that you want to travel, but you're just... you just don't have the means to do so right now. Now, the Chariot card in the reverse would suggest, if that card was in the upright, it would suggest that, you have an assertiveness about you, which is very consistent with who you are, with your natural disposition, and the assertiveness would be just enough to be effective. But, when the Chariot card is in the reverse, it would suggest otherwise. It would suggest that, maybe some of you are a little bit overly assertive, and potentially too assertive is good. When the Chariot's in the reverse, it's like overly assertive, and that might turn some people off. So maybe you want to just dial that back a little bit. You are a very bold personality. That's just your natural disposition. But, sometimes you just got to understand, who you're associating yourself with, and potentially you might need to dial that intensity back a little bit, because you might be, too much for some people sometimes. Now, in your in crowning your reading, you have the the Eight of Pentacles in the upright, and that's a great card, and that's a great card to have in the upright, because that suggests that whatever you do in your line of work, you do a great job. So look, there's you, and you're working, and you're doing a great job, and you're conscientious, you really care about what you're doing, and you get good results. So I think that's really something that you should look forward to in the month of October 2018, Leo. Some of you may be interested, like if you're interested in, if there's a subject that you're learning, that you're more interested in learning about, potentially this is the opportunity for you to educate yourself. For others of you, I'd say this is a very specific, but, an apprenticeship maybe for some of you, like it's like you kind of like work alongside somebody, and you're kind of like learning a skill or something, but that's a very specific scenario. Obviously, not all of you, this isn't going to resonate that way for all of you. I'd say for the majority of you, you do a great job in your line of work, so keep it up. And this right here, your distant past card, is the strength card in the reverse, and I'm going to jump to life path numbers really quick because, I made a discovery within the tarot, and I'm going to keep saying this every month for every reading because I'm the one who discovered it. No other tarot readers have done this before, just me. I've watched countless tarot videos. I've seen plenty of people read tarot. I've never seen anybody use life path numbers in their tarot reading, and I made a discovery that tarot cards 1 through 9, 11, and 22 are actually coming through as actual people's life path numbers. These are people in your life. So this is somebody who's the life path number 8 potentially. So, if you want to know if you have anybody important in your life path, in your life who's a life path number 8, then just use, all you got to do is click on the link. It's above the comment section in this video. It'll take you to a tutorial video that I recorded where what you can do is you can watch the video. I show you how to use someone's date of birth to get their life path number. That way you can identify whether or not there's somebody important in your life who is the life path number 8. And, very specifically, some of you might be the life path number 8, and that's extremely specific. So obviously not all Leos are the life path number 8, but, maybe a handful of you are. Now, because the card is upside down, that would suggest that if there is somebody life path number 8 in your life in the month of October 2018, then, potentially this person might be a bit of a challenge for you, or if it's you might be sort of a challenge for yourself. Now, you just got to remember, this is a past position card, so, potentially this is maybe someone who you dealt with before in your past. Potentially maybe you're not going to, this energy isn't even really going to resonate in the month of October 2018. Sometimes it's just indicative of what happened in your distant past, and if you don't look at this as a life path number, if you look at it for the characteristic of what the card means, well, it's strength in the reverse. So, some of you might be having a little bit of self-doubt. If strength was in the upright, then obviously you'd be feeling strong, but no, it's in the reverse. So, potentially some of you are having a little bit of self-doubt in the month of October 2018. I don't think it's anything that you really need to be too concerned about. These are just the energies for this month, Leo. Next month I'm going to shuffle the cards, and the energies are going to be completely different. And, very specifically, once again, these cards, they can be interpreted as life path numbers. They can be interpreted as characteristics of the card. But then they can also be interpreted as signs, too. So, potentially some of you are dealing with a Leo. It's like if this is you, you see the line on the card, so this might be indicative of a Leo in your life for some of you. So if it's not you, then maybe another Leo in your life potentially. Now you have the Four of Pentacles at the bottom of your reading, and you have the Queen of Pentacles right next to that, and these are recent past cards. And once again, with these past cards, it's not always indicative of the recent past. Sometimes these are energies that occurred in the recent past, but potentially they could be coming back in the month of October 2018. So, for some of you it'll resonate one way, for others of you it'll resonate the other, and for some of you it'll resonate as both. But, the Four of Pentacles is one of financial stability and security, so that's a great card to have. So, that would be nice if some of you have this energy in the month of October 2018, Four of Pentacles, financial stability, security. Now, You just got to watch it a little bit with this card, because you could see how how the person on the card, they're gripping onto their money pretty tightly. So just, don't be too like fixated on like, oh, this is my money, and you're like holding on to it like so tightly. So, just go with the flow, Leo. You got a good card there, financial security and stability in the month of October 2018 for some of you. Now, next to it, you have the Queen of Pentacles. And Queen of Pentacles would suggest that, some of you might enjoy their home life in the month of October 2018. Some of you might enjoy like just being comfortable at home potentially. And, that's consistent, especially with those of you, Leo, who live in the northern hemisphere. So, fall is coming in, autumn's coming in, and, maybe you're kind of like getting in the mood for fall a little bit. You're getting in the mood for autumn. You kind of like that comfy feeling of hanging out at home. And, for others of you, this is just your ability to be practical and down. Some of you are very practical people. Some of you are very down to earth, as suggested by the Queen of Pentacles. And for others of you, this could be somebody who is an important earth sign in your life. And, once again, Queen of Pentacles, just because it's a queen, it doesn't matter. The gender does not matter. This could be a man or a woman, but it's definitely an earth sign. So, who in your life is an important Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn? It could be potentially for some of you, like I said, if you're single or if you're coupled up, maybe this is an important Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn in your life. For others of you, this is someone important from some other area of your life. And if you look at your near future, you have an air sign. King of Swords, once again, doesn't matter it's a king, could be a man or woman, but it might be a Gemini, might be, for others of you, it might be a Libra, might be an Aquarius, but this person is in the upright, so that's good. It suggests that you're going to have a good connection with this person in the month of October 2018. Now, if you can't think of any important air signing, and it could be any aspect of your life, like I said, it could be a romantic interest. If you're already coupled up, maybe it's your SO, but it could be any other person in your life, family, potentially work. So it's going to resonate differently for all of you. Now, if you can't think of anybody in the aforementioned, then maybe you are just exuding some of the characteristics of the King of Swords in the month of October 2018, which means that, you're going to be using your mind a lot more. Like the intellect is going to be emphasized throughout the month of October 2018. The King of Swords is someone who's very smart. They have a piercing intellect. Look how sharp their sword is. Down here you have the Four of Wands in the reverse, and it would have been nice for that card to come out in the upright, because that would suggest harmony in your home life, harmony in your marriage. And I'm not saying that you don't. I'm not saying that maybe some Leos are fine. Maybe your marriage is fine. Maybe your home life is perfectly fine. But for those of you who are having some issues with home life, some issues with marriage, well, there's the card right there. So the Four of Wands in the reverse, which it doesn't even have to be like an ultra significant thing, issue you're having, Leo. Like maybe some of you are just like, like you could feel like you'd like to have more excitement potentially in your marriage, or for others of you, maybe there's a little bit of disharmony at home, and I don't really think it's that big of a deal, or maybe it has to do with family. And if it's not resonating as any of the aforementioned, then I feel like, especially for you Leos who are, I feel like some of you might be coupled up and you want to take the next step. Like maybe you're with somebody and you want to get married, Leo, but maybe there's somebody in your life, whoever you love, potentially some of you are in love with somebody, but they're kind of dragging their feet a little bit. You're like, I've been with this person for a while, I'm wondering when they're going to take the next step or propose or whatever. So, marriage might be an issue for some of you, and, you might need to make a decision, Leo. It's like, is this person going to, eventually propose to you? Are they eventually going to want to move forward with you? Or are they just kind of just lingering around forever? And you might need to make a decision, Leo. Like, do you really want to hang on forever to really wait? Potentially there might be other opportunities out there. There might be an air sign out there who's good for you, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Or for others of you, it might be an earth sign out there who's a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you just got to kind of figure out, who's right for you, Leo. Do you really feel, especially if you are a Leo who wants to take your romance to the next level and you're dealing with somebody who's kind of dragging your feet. And right above that, you have the Five of Pentacles. And I don't foresee this energy as anything too significant for you guys. I mean, Five of Pentacles is one that's, if you look on the card, it's like you have these people who are outside of the building, and inside the building it looks so nice and beautiful, and the people or whoever's in there is just having a great time, and you just kind of feel like you're on the outside. And I'm not saying that all of you feel like you're on the outside of some sort of situation, but for those of you that do feel like you are kind of like on the outside of a circle of anybody, this card would be indicative of that. And like I said, I don't think this energy is really that big of a deal, and it's also in an area where it's about this card, like where it came out on the board, it's more about like society's perception sometimes. So, the society could be perceiving you as somebody who is on the outside of a situation, sort of like here's where everybody is in the building and nice time, and you're kind of on the outside. So, maybe society might be perceiving some of you as on the outside of some situation potentially, but maybe that's not reality. Maybe you really aren't. It's just the way society is perceiving you. Now, for others of you, this just, like I said, especially for those of you who are in the northern hemisphere, this card could be coming up because it could be the indication that the temperature is starting to cool down. So we're moving into fall here, so the temperature's starting to get a little bit cooler there, and that the card might be coming on the board just because of the change of seasons. And here we have in your hopes and fears. This part of the board has to do with hopes and fears, and you're hoping that you don't have conflict in your life, because look at all the people. You have the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands is one that's very much about, everyone's bickering. Look on the card. It's like, why can't everybody just get along? So, you don't want to have conflict in your life, Leo. You don't want everybody to be fighting. You want to have, things to be on an even keel. And, this card would suggest that you hope that, everything is going to be good, and you hope people are going to get along. And, maybe some of you are dealing with a situation where there's, people fighting around you and conflict. So, hopefully we can get past whatever that is, Leo. And the outcome of the month is the Knight of Pentacles in the upright. So you end the month with a great energy, Leo. So the Knight of Pentacles is a nice one, because that shows you are somebody who you're enjoying something that's more routine. You're very methodical, you're very conscientious. For some of you, this is specifically has to do with an offer of some sort. So that's very specific. I don't want to get your hopes up, but potentially maybe someone is making you an offer of some sort. It's like, see if you can see the person handing that to you. So that'd be nice for some of you to get some kind of nice offer of something. For some of you, maybe it's love. For others of you, maybe it's money. For a few of you, maybe it's a job opportunity. It could resonate in any different aspect of your life, Leo. So that's a great card for you to have as your outcome. Very specifically, if you're looking for love in your life, or potentially this could be an earth sign. So maybe some of you really are going to click with an earth sign. It's going to be a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn, and looks like things are going to turn out pretty well with this person. Now you have, and that could be any area of your life too. It doesn't have to be specifically your romantic life. Potentially maybe there's another earth sign somewhere in your life who things are going to turn out really well with this person, Leo. I think it's a great outcome for you to have for the month of October 2018. And you have a full moon which is going to occur on October 24th, and that one has to do, for you specifically, this might have to do with some kind of development in your career, or maybe a shift of some sort. But it's going to resonate completely different for all of you. It's like some of you, following the full moon on October 24th, it's like some of you might see some changes happening around you in your career, or maybe you're going to make some changes about the way you operate in your role, potentially for others of you. I'd say very specifically, a few of you are just looking to do something completely different altogether. That's really specific. Obviously, not all Leos want to do something completely different altogether when it comes to your career. And, this might have to do with the way society perceives you. So there might be some kind of development regarding the way society perceives you, and you might see that occur. You might see development regarding that following the full moon that's going to happen on October 24th. But I think that's all for this month, Leo. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, share, and like. I'm on Instagram as Gregory Furlan Astrology, so make sure to give me a follow there if you like to read daily astrology. Thank you for watching. Have a great month, and I'll see you next time.